Hey Yoga Mamas, it's me, Keya Williams, coming at you with another yoga tutorial. So this week, our tutorial is about upward facing dog, or Ardha Mukha Svanasana, right? So upward facing dog is one of the 9 poses that we do in the classical sun salutation, right? So it is a back bend, and we're going to talk about some of the benefits and challenges to this pose, and then I'm going to demonstrate to you how to do that pose safely and effectively, maybe even refining a little bit about how you practice upward facing dog on your own at home. Okay, so benefits, or what is it first? So upward facing dog is a back bend. It requires quite a bit of strength in the shoulders and the arms, and when we do back bends, the benefits of doing any back bend is that it opens the chest, it strengthens the back body, but it also stimulates our nervous system. So it's one of those poses that helps us get more energy. Within the context of the sun salutation, you'll notice that we are always folding forward and folding backward equally as much in a sun salutation. So sun salutation is really a great balancing sequence of poses, folding forward and folding backwards, to help us keep our nervous system in balance. All right, so what are some of the key points about upward facing dog, or Ardha Mukha Svanasana? Some of the key points is that we need to be strong in the shoulders, we need to be strong in the arms, and we want to make sure that we're always supporting our low back. A lot of people feel like pinchiness and tension in the low back when they're in upward facing dog, and it's usually because they're not stabilized in the pelvic floor when they're in this pose. So we're going to talk about how to do that and how to move a little more mindfully through upward facing dog when we're doing it within the context of a sun salutation. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, I'm going to start on my hands and knees on my mat, and I'm bringing my wrist underneath of my shoulders and spread the fingers out nice and wide. Now, I'm going to start my upward facing dog from plank. All right, so we're usually doing this transition when we're going in a sun salutation, and so it's a good place to start. So if you're in plank here, we want to make sure that the wrists are just as wide as the shoulders. And right now I'm pressing my heels back towards the short edge of my mat. Now, in order to go into chaturanga, which is that push-up stance, we're going to firm up the deep low abs here, engage even the pelvic floor, and I'm going to shift forward to my tippy toes. This is going to send a lot of pressure into my upper arms and my shoulders and my chest, and then I'm going to bend my elbows, hugging the inner arms into my rib cage, just to 90 degrees. So notice that I'm not going that low, because it becomes really difficult to come back up, and not difficult in a good way. Difficult in a way that puts too much torque on our shoulders and our elbows. So we're going to come here, and then we're going to drag our heart forward through that space that we've made and come into Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Now, notice what's going on here. Only my palms and the tops of my feet are on the mat. Okay? So we're not going to be here. Ooh, that hurts, right? Keeping my thigh bones down. You might be really bendy in the back, but that throws your pelvic floor out of alignment. Right? So shoulders roll back, chest threads through. We want to feel like we're drawing the shoulder blades closer together. So remember, back bends initiate from the upper back, not in the lower back. Take a breath, and then exhale, bring your knees down. Counter that pose by sitting back in child's pose. All right? So take a breath. So you notice that one of the ways that we kind of take care of our low back in this pose is to make sure that we're not sinking the hips down too much. And that all begins with drawing the deep low abs in, drawing the navels in towards the spine, and supporting our hips. Here's a second way to get into it, right? So we're going to come all the way down on the mat, and we're going to start in Cobra, right? So in Cobra, my hands aren't all the way up here. We draw the hands back a little bit lower on the side body and draw the inner arms in towards each other. Again, drawing the shoulder blades close, pressing the tops of the feet into the floor, and even more importantly, pressing the hip bones down into the floor, shearing up the deep low abs. So you can be here, elbows draw in. If you want to move from here to upward facing dog, then once again, press through the palms, drag the heart between that space, and keep lifting the sternum up towards the ceiling. Shoulder blades come together. The back bend is in the upper back, right? And then as you're ready to exhale, drop the knees, sit back.
Child's pose.
Yeah? All right, so maybe next time in our practice, we're gonna move through that transition from Chaturanga to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana very, very slowly. You can practice that at home, moving through it very, very slowly to notice how you're using your muscles and where you might be causing your body to come out of alignment. Anyway, if you have any more questions about upward facing dog or any other yoga pose that seems interesting to you, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment, ask a question in the comments below this video. And until next time, I will see you around the Facebook group. Take care. Hey Yoga Mama, thanks so much for watching my video. But if you'd like more simple tips to help you juggle your busy life as mom, I have just the thing for you. I've just created a brand new video that's specifically designed for moms who have a lot on their must-do list, but could use some practical tips to help them do motherhood with more ease and joy. Now, I've done my research and my own personal yoga practice, and I've come up with a simple 3-step system that I use all the time to help me increase my energy, improve my focus, and decrease my stress. And that's exactly what you'll learn in this free video. Now, the really cool thing about this yoga-based system is that each step can take less than 10 minutes, and you don't need a yoga mat, stretchy yoga pants. You don't even need to be alone to make these strategies work in your life. Now, you can sign up for this free, totally free video by going to nourish-motherhood.com/video and start feeling the peace, balance, and ease that you deserve to feel in your mom life. See you around.